This call is from a person currently in a prison in England. All calls are logged and recorded and may be listened to by a member of prison staff. If you do not wish to accept this call, please hang up now.
Wednesday, the 29th of January 2025, HMP Wandsworth, B-Wing. The other day, my cellmate told me about one of their dreams. It was the 3 Imam came to our cell and he brought me a Quran, a prayer mat, and one of their traditional robes. I forget what they're called. You look so good, man, they said, happy at the sight. I was pleased at this. I wish it had happened. Today, they told me their dream from last night. They said we both got transferred to another prison where we had a 32-inch TV with lots of channels. It was a big cell, better food, etc., and we were really happy. We were still in bed when the screw opened our cell door for exercise, but too tired and cold to go out. So we were still in bed 10 minutes later when they came back around to lock the cell doors. I actually got up at around 11 a.m. thanks to next door's music playing through the speakers, made wudu, prayed, then heard the story of the dream. I'm still fasting, so the pie that came with a pack of crisps will get left until later. 2 envelopes are handed to me on my top bunk. One was from Larkin Publications, which I was familiar with. It was an FRFI, Fight Racism, Fight Imperialism newspaper. I was pleased they sent me a copy. On the second page, there was even a Solidarity with Political Prisoners article, referring to Palestine action prisoners, of which I'm included. I'm grateful for the news that doesn't come from the bourgeois press. The second piece of mail I got was from a dear friend. They told me to tell the prison that they are coming to see me, as well as giving me the details so that I can call them. Their conviction in seeing me and message overall was fun and really uplifting. But the end of their message showed the best of their character. They had raised money for my son. I'm sure they would have heard my wish to record a podcast. That could have, and the podcast could have been the means to raise money for my mum and my son, being that it could be decades until I'm out of prison, with a son who needs financing for a half-normal life. So I'm guessing that that's why they raised a lot of money that will pay for my son's birthday present in March. I recorded a few diary entries for the podcast up until day 14. That's 44 pages out of 118 pages that I'm writing now. What I'm writing now is page 118. So there's lots of progress on the podcast after so long of not knowing if it's even possible or if my diary will ever be read. Around this time, I got a slip through my door telling me I have a visit scheduled tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. It happened as I was recording the podcast, so maybe you hear it happen in an episode. I'm really looking forward to this visit. It will be my first visit since coming to this prison. 30 minutes after that, I went downstairs for my tea, which was rice, a bit of cauliflower curry with a bit of shepherd's pie with 2 apples to break my fast. Earlier, after technical difficulties at the kiosk for social, which was a short social, it was less than 30 minutes, without showers, I bought some more canteen for Friday. With a kettle, we can cook really tasty food. I think my cellmate will do the cooking though. They know the recipes. We're talking burgers made from corned beef with seasoning, pastas, etc. I also got myself a reading light for reading and writing at night. Because my cellmate likes it dark through most of the day and night. Right now it's 12:40 a.m. and I'm writing this between the light parts of an action movie in the dark. That explains why my handwriting is exceedingly poor.
Thank you for tuning in to Diary of a Political Prisoner. What was a short list for you was a period of time in prison for me. So please make sure that you subscribe on whatever podcast player you're listening on to be notified of future episodes. Each episode was recorded in a prison cell as I'm held on remand for allegedly being involved in a Palestine action to disrupt and destroy weapons in a genocidal Israeli arms factory under Section 5 of the Terrorism Act. My diary is a podcast only to give you something in the hope that you can give help and support to my mum and son, which I can't do by any other means from prison. In supporting them, for £5 a month, you can get a week's worth of episodes in advance every Monday. For £10 a month, you'll get the week's worth of episodes. Plus, I'll respond to any question you have in a monthly question and answer episode on my Patreon at patreon.com/politicalprisonerpod. For £25 a month or humanitarian aid gear, you get all of the above while knowing my little boy is supported and happy. One-time donations can be made by emailing or messaging my producer on social media. Media/collaboration inquiries are on the same line as senders and inbox. If you can't support me family in my absence, please follow the podcast on Instagram if you're going to be listening. Please follow on Twitter, all of our socials. Our handle is Diary Poll Prisoner. Please share them and this podcast with your friends. It's free to do and it helps this project grow. You can also send me a prisoner email or letters, drawings, anything like that. Links to everything mentioned can be found in the podcast description below. Thank you, love and solidarity.